Hi, so today I'm excited. We're going to make labels. I need new labels. I have done this once in the past, which are more like long that you fold, foldable ones. As you can see, it's a foldable. It's really cute. So you fold it, and then I have left a little extra on the top so I can seal it. But one of the things that I noticed is that with this particular tag, I couldn't really read very well the name of lily pad threads. So I decided that I needed to do a new look on the face, so it could actually have something that you can see better, because it cannot be seen. Now, I'm going to do those later, but the ones that I'm going to do today are these ones, which is more of the iron on. So this is an iron on fabric, if you can see it there. This is really cute. And I'm going to show you how they look. Now, this is a little pouch that I made, and it didn't say, I put the tag too early, and the tag, I didn't center it right. So forget about the pouch itself. I just want to show you how the patch looks. So it almost gives it a little bit of a patch look. This one was too big. As you can see, this is like ginormous. It's like a 2x2. And I think I want to do a 1.5 times 1.5 with a new look, and see if it's going to be a little bit smaller, and I'll be able to put it like in a corner or something like that, or maybe like in the center, like a little medallion kind of thing. I am not going to make them round. I'm going to make them square, and they're going to be perfect for me. With that being said, sometimes when I'm doing quilting or anything that is quilted, sometimes I even add a little extra batting on the back, and then I sew it, and then I iron it. So I sew it first, and then I iron it second. So that way it stays. So you could just iron it, and that's it. But the one thing that I have found is with these iron on tags, you can actually peel them, and there's no residue underneath. And I just don't want them to be peeled off what I make. So with that being said, I sew it first, and then I iron it. If you iron it first, the glue gets really sticky, and it gums your needle really, really bad. So I don't like that. So I just sew it first, and then there's no problem with the needle. The needle is perfectly fine, and then we are done. But they look really cute. I put them inside of my projects typically, or outside. But this is not one that I would put like hanging through the side, because if it's washed, it kind of gets kind of ruined. But like that, it doesn't. Where do I get them? This is what I get, and I will put the description on the name of the description. This is a Jolee. It's called Images, Easy Images Boutique. It's a tissue thermocolan. It comes only with 10 sheets, but I get a lot of 10 sheets. I get a good of 5 lines, 5 or 4 lines, depending on the size that I want to make them. And so I get enough to make a good 20 projects with it. And depending on the size, I could even go all the way to 40, 60, depending, okay? It's very easy to do. See how it kind of looks like it sits on the pillow? It's really pretty. So the way the sheet looks is like this. And the sheet has 2 colors. So this is like a lighter white, and then it's like I feel like a little very light blue. They feel like fabric, okay, a little bit. So they're good. I am going to make 2 sheets today for so I can have some new tags with a new little picture I made, and I'm going to show you how I put the tags in the system. So I am going to use Canva for this, and I am going to show you how. So come and join me on this video to make some tags and then print them out And after we print them, we're going to cut them and I'm going to show you how they end up. So they're going to be really nice. Okay. So I hope you enjoy it. Okay. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing you're going to do is that you're going to go to your main Canva page. So you go canva.com and then you open your Canva. And then I'm going to say create. And here on the create, this should come up. It says width, height, units. Okay. So to come up, basically you say create design. You're going to go down. Mine comes automatically, but you come down and say custom size. So I'm going to change it and then I'm going to go back custom size. So when I do that, I'm going to go ahead and I do want to do this on an 8 by 10 by 8 by 11 page. So basically it's the size of your sheet. So I have an 8.5 by 11 and I have it on the bottom of my paper. What is the size of your sheet? So I have 8 by 0.5 by 11. So I'm going to say create design. Okay. So now I have my sheet of paper that is blank. With that being said, I'm going to go to uploads and I have my new label and I just click it and it automatically, if you have not uploaded the picture you want to have, you are going to go ahead and drop your file by uploading your file here and upload your file into the system and then it's just going to pop in there. Once you have it here, now you're just going to put it in the size that you want. So if you hover on the bottom, see how when I move it, it says it has a width of 4.6 times 4.6. So I'm going to go ahead and take it to the size that I want. And I want it to be a 1.5 by 1.5. Perfect. And that's the size that I want. That is, it looks kind of tiny. I can go ahead and open my page a little more and I can still see it. And I'm going to go ahead and drop it on the upper corner. So that was really easy to do. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and duplicate it. So I'm going to go here in the plus signs with the two little cards and I'm going to duplicate it. And now I have two of them because this is going to be just a label that I place on top. And again, this one is too big, but if it's because it's just going to be a label like that, I want it to be like a nice square and that's it. Super simple. So these are the simplest labels that you could ever make. So see how I just drop it there. And I'm going to make the decision. So I'm thinking of the sheet. Where am I going to cut it? So I still have about a 1/2 inch right there. And I have about a 1/2 inch right there. So I can just bring this up. See how I hover on top and it kind of helps me line it right? Beautiful. So I'm just going to bring it close because I could easily get one more in there. And I do not want to waste the paper. I want to make sure I use the most out of this. And that's perfect. There you go. And I could fit 5 lines. So now I'm going to go ahead and duplicate it again. And I'm going to prop it down and see how the line's going to guide me. And I leave enough space to be able. Now, when I designed the piece, I went ahead and I left enough space to be able to sew around it. So I technically could put them one to the other and it will be completely fine because they have enough space among each other. So I am good with that because of the way. And see how it tells me that's a line. Perfect. And that really aligned it on its own. So I'm going to continue doing that. And I'm going to take this one down here. And I'm just going to keep going. That is not a line. There we go. That's a little too far over. So after I drop them all, I will fix them nicely. But if you can see, we already have so many. Which I absolutely love. Before I use my nice paper, I typically go ahead and download it and then then I print it just to see how they're gonna look. I even cut one out of it and I hold it, play with it until I am 100% happy with the piece. I kind of look around a little bit, so that was fun. So overall, this looks gorgeous. I'm so happy. So I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to close. If you have never used Canva, so you want to go ahead and close that page. So it is done. But let's say you're making the labels that are not in this page, but you want to make a page. So these are going to be my labels for my iron on. There we go. And that's where my labels are. So I'm going to come here and click it. And there's my gorgeous labels. So here I'm going to go ahead and share it and download it again. And again, I'm going to do the same thing I did. But this time, so because it's a double page, it zips it. So I'm just going to open what I want. And then I'm going to put it on the side there. Let's replace those. Okay. Okay. And so now I can go ahead and minimize this. And I'm going to open those labels that I just did. So these are my labels that I just did. And I'm going to go ahead and send it to my printer. Okay. So the next thing is that I am going to go to my printer. So let me just go ahead and print a test page. So I'm going to send it to my printer just so we can go ahead and see it and see how it looks, okay? There we go. It's going to the printer, so I'm going to pick it up from there, and then we're just going to look at it, see if we like it, and then we'll decide if we go ahead and have to fix it anymore, or we're good with it and we can go ahead and print it on our sheet, okay? So here it is, and it printed super cute. Super duper cute. I think there's so many. So when I cut it, I'm just going to use my cutter so I can kind of be in the line. The fact that I lined them up so nicely, it's just going to make it really easy to cut. So I like that. I cannot see the made in Texas. We are in Texas, so and I cannot see it. It's like almost not even there. So I am debating that I may have to take one line out and I may have to make them just a little bit bigger. Yes. So I'm not going to use my sheet. I'm going to go ahead and grab my old ones that I had made that came out perfect. So actually I didn't make this one before, so let's redo it. So, okay, let's come back here. So we are back here. So what's going to happen is that I am going to unlock the page. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger so I can see it. So I actually cannot read the Made in Texas, and I want to have that. So I'm just going to delete the side. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and take this one. So I'm going to say 2. 2 may be better. See how if they interject, they're not going to, you can see the other one. So that tells you that you are in the right spot. So I'm going to just move this down. And I'm going to have to move everything. So in order to not have to fix each one of them, this is what I'm going to do. So I have a 2x2 right there. It's a little bit of a bigger size. This one right here was, let me see. This was a 2x2. It kind of felt big. That just, maybe when I design it, I have to make the words bigger. It's okay. So with that being said, I'm just going to delete all this I just don't want to waste a page. That's what's happening here. Okay. And I'm gonna take that, and I because it's actually not gonna be 2 by 2. It's like a 1.5, basically. It's like an inch and a quarter, because of the design is actually smaller, so it's gonna be white on the back, so it's not so bad. So I'm gonna go ahead and place it side by side, and I think I can only fit 4 on my page, and I can bring them up a little bit and see if I can have a little bit more. There we go. There we go. And let me see how many will come by. There we go. So I'll do this really quick. I don't have a mouse. If I have a mouse, it would be so much faster, but I don't. So with that being said, bear with me for a minute. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna come back. If somebody has an extra. No. Just about. If I have to push it up to fit one more line. Oh, I think I can. That bow is tight. So let me see. Oh, I could actually. This one is too free right there. Let's see. No. There we go. Let me go ahead and make it smaller so I can see what's happening. Yeah, perfect. So see how I'm just arranging them very quick. I mean, I still have a good amount. And the size is going to be really nice. The one thing that you have to watch for is that your design is not getting cut on a line. So therefore, there's a piece of it that is not showing. So as long as nothing is getting cut, everything is going to show really pretty. Okay. So that looks nice. And I'm just checking all the corners very quick. Just lower that one a little bit. And I could just move this just a touch. So once I have my file, I am going to use it so many times. So I just want to make sure. I really like the iron on. It's kind of my favorite. The other one, it's nice. The next, I am learning this new program so I can digitize my my embroidery, my logo, and make it an embroidery design. Really excited about that. So it's nice to learn something new, and I'm really excited about learning that. Okay, that looks actually really good. I don't like that I don't have much room here of fabric. So I would like to push it somehow just a little bit. I don't have much room to push here. Maybe here, no. Okay, so I'm just finishing up. No, there's no more room to go. Okay, it's fine. It looks nice. Okay, even if I miss, like, this one's down here, it is gonna be, I'm gonna have to do like an eighth of an inch when I sew around, and that's okay. So that way the bottom can fit nice. So I like it. Let's go ahead and seal that. And I think it's really good. I'm gonna bring it close just for a second so I can make sure nothing is overlapping. And you can see how the borders sometimes do overlap. Okay, that looks perfect. So now I'm gonna go ahead and share that file with myself. And because I had downloaded the file before, I am gonna go ahead and unzip that file. Let me get the first one. There we go. And this is what I want. Okay, and I'm going to replace it because I didn't like the other one. So I close it, and I'm going to go ahead and open that file and send it to the printer just to see how it looks again. Okay, so let's do one more printout and see what comes up. Well, that actually looks darling, so I absolutely love it. It came out super cute. So I'm going to go ahead now and I'm going to put this sheet. I am happy with what I see. So let me go ahead and show you what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take my sheet and I'm going to put it one at a time. Let me tell you, I have had this experience that I put two and then it bunches up and it's a mess. Don't do that. I am going to be patient and do one at a time. So the back is the lighter blue color and the front is this one. So I am going to put the backing over. Something I want to show you that I do is that, let me see where my other ones are. Because, give me a second. Because I always have 1,000 projects in my head and I tend to forget things like this. So this is kind of like super important. Make sure that, so if I am using this kind of paper, I gone ahead and took a page that I didn't need and that it was left over and the line, and then I put this side up, okay? And this, I just tape it to that and I keep always this. And then here you have the other one. And then you can tell that the printout is on this side, okay? But when I put it, I'm gonna put this side up, okay? So it can go through the printer and chukachung and print, okay? So let's go ahead and do that. I'm gonna put it looking down like this. And then I'll be back in a minute with the printout. So I'm gonna just send it to the printer. Okay, so this is our printout and it came out so cute. So I have so many new labels. What I'm gonna do now is that I'm gonna cut them slowly and I'll have my tags there, okay? So let me make one more printout so I can have them done and then we're gonna cut them very quickly. So we did it, and we have all our tags right there, and now we're gonna cut them very quickly. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my rotary cutter and I'm gonna look, and when I look here, I am looking under the ruler. I am leaving a little bit of 1/8 of an inch on the side. Actually, let me see. No, I'm going 1/4 of an inch completely, And I'm going to look at how much space is it between both lines. Okay. Okay, and I'm going to go ahead and just cut through. Okay, just make it as straight as possible. Didn't cut. There we go. Okay, beautiful. I'm just going to cut that one. And you can cut it by hand. I just want to separate one so you can see it. So you have it there, and I can go ahead and just fix it. Make it really pretty. There you go. And you can go ahead and make it nice and aligned. I also have a cutter that I can cut a little bit more aligned and better lines. So, but I also want to leave as much as I can on the side so I can always cut and make it straight. Okay. So there is our tag, and typically this one you're going to iron it on. And when I compare to the side, so if I were to put it here on this little pouch, it would kind of like sit really nicely there. So I love it. It's super cute. Love it, love it. Okay. I hope you were able to enjoy this video, and you'll be able to use it for your business and make your own tags and kind of have what you desire at your hands. Okay. So have fun, and have fun making and cutting your labels.